Our Facebook Live page and on WOMC.com, and we got some really special Detroit original to talk to, and he actually has a phone a friend.
That's right, Darren McCarty, former Red Wing. So good to have you here.
Thank you.
And Ziggy Klett is here with us too, comedian.
Great to be here.
He's a professional comedian, just in case Darren isn't funny.
Right.
And I'm learning how to be, I'm an entertainer, but I'm learning how to incorporate more of comedian, so I have to be less self-confident. I have to be darker, and I have to. So that's why I have to bring.
Insecurity.
I have to bring. A couple of us have to come together. So Ziggy's, right, Ziggy?
Yeah,
right?
It's morphing over. It's working.
All right. So if you didn't know, we've spent all morning here on the air talking to these two. They are on a comedy tour together called Slapstick Comedy Tour. You guys are going to be in Lansing tonight, and then at One Night Stands. I love that name. No D on the end of that. On Sunday in Waterford, right?
6 p.m. We're actually doing a taping. You want to get a shot to be on Netflix? We're doing a taping for that. Myself, Ziggy will be there. Sweet Ron Sweet, Jason Douglas, Dustin Cole. Those are the guys that I've been traveling around Michigan with, and we continue to do it. But it's something that's been really exciting, and that's why we're here.
So if you had to compare hockey to comedy, which one's tougher?
Well, I mean, you don't. I shouldn't say it's not going to happen, but I haven't walked out of the comedy show with any bumps or bruises yet. So.
You have all your cheeks still.
I mean, there are a few, unsavory people walking around there, but
enough about Ziggy.
Yeah, exactly. But those, I was just going to say, those are the guys I hang out with.
Right.
Stole your punchline.
It's something that's enjoyable. I think that the band, doing Grind to the Band, starting that 20 years ago and learning how to be a performer on stage has brought me to be more comfortable. And now it's just learning from the pros, try to take some of those tips that they give me and just how to put things together. And I'm having a blast because it's about the connection. How
did it come about, though? I mean, I think people hear your name, and comedy is not what they think of. That may change, but how did you decide this is what you want to do?
Well, it was one of these things that people bring. I always say, do not mistake me for the other ones. I'm different, you know what I mean? I like people, and I enjoy the interaction. I enjoy doing things that I have no idea about, right? To see if I like it or I don't like it. I was told when I was very young that if you're gonna do it to the best of your ability, so you never have to say why. Now, in saying that, you might want to have a governor on that because you don't have to do that in everything you do, right? It took me a long time to realize that, but then I did. So the more, when I find something I love, I incorporate it. This is like, I live in Florida half the time to play golf, come up here to do comedy. It's the best of both worlds. It's something that I'm learning as I'm going, but I'm not trying to get to the NHL, or I'm not trying to get anywhere. What I'm trying to do is just to be.
Enjoy life.
And just to be, and to, I call it creating a comic, but the whole joke is it's not me. It's because I'm the entertainer. Could be somebody else. It's just the experience. And what I want is when people come to our show is that they not only, whether they've met me or before we have that connection or whatever, but they leave that and they have felt that they're glad that they went.
Yeah.
Stephen, at the show, we want everybody to come out. It's going to be great. You cannot believe the sheer look of joy when Darren signs a stick or a jersey for a lifelong Red Wing fan. His connection is incredible. And with everything that's going on in the world today, we could all use a little bit more joy.
Absolutely. Some laughter, right?
All right.
For sure.
And on that, Darren, we've got our questions. We've got a list of 9 questions that have now been augmented to 10. We call it Detroit Originals, and we're going to ask you these questions, and just in case you need the help, Ziggy is here as your kind of your phone a friend.
Yeah.
Okay, if you just can't think.
Lifeline.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is tough. This is tougher than stand-up here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Number 1, who would you like to be stuck in an elevator with, besides Mario Lemieux?
Oh, that would be fun.
You meant Claude, but
Claude, excuse me. Yes, I did.
it was very
good
good.
try.
Same family.
That's
Same
in comedy, Joanne.
Blew the punchline.
That's what we call
else is new?
a swing and a miss.
Yeah, there you go.
But it was good. The effort was there. I like the effort. You can fall down, you get right back up,
Okay,
and you just blow through.
Right.
What you're supposed to say is I said Claude.
Oh,
You
yeah,
heard it wrong.
I said it.
I
Duh.
know you did. Yeah, exactly. And then I look at Ziggy.
I'm not supposed
and go,
to hit
yeah.
this guy, though.
No, yeah. Oh, no.
All right. So who would
All
you
right,
like
who
to be
would
stuck in
you
an
like to
elevator
be
with?
stuck in an elevator with?
The correct answer, by the way, is I don't want to be stuck in an elevator, but go ahead.
Yeah, after that one.
I'm going to go Willie Nelson.
Oh,
Why?
Man, that would be
Huh.
cool.
Because I want to smoke weed with Willie again. You can't say that on
Which is, by the way,
Facebook
legal in many states.
And in Canada, by the way, as of yesterday.
Live. Yeah, and I'm Canadian, but I do have my medical card, and that's a whole different conversation.
All right,
because it
then.
saved my life. But yeah,
Fair
Willie
enough.
Nelson,
Okay.
because he's not going to be around much longer, and I love the history, like we were talking about with the country connection in Nashville, is like the old school outlines, like the Merle Haggard or the Johnny Cash. I just love to hear from them the way like you heard the stories, here's the real.
Yeah. Well, I spent an hour on Willie's bus with just me, him, and Leon Russell once, and there was no weed involved. There were a couple Budweisers, but no weed.
Very cool.
Too bad.
Since
So
we're a classic hit station, what classic hits are on your iPod or your phone, whatever you listen to?
Dude, you guys played a bunch today. The Styx, Pink Floyd, are a huge Rush. You know,
Willie Nelson.
Right.
yeah, well, that's when we're going to the country. That's for the other
Those
states.
What was
Gregorian
your
chants
fire
that
up? Did
you
you have a song before games that you loved to listen to that got you fired up?
You know, we always, I was more back in the day that some, heavier stuff.
You want
but
really
you
like
know,
heavy metal?
I would say that out of the it was probably like a Metallica or AC/DC flowing through the room
We
before.
played some AC/DC.
Yeah. Ziggy, what song
you
do you
know,
think of when you think of
White Snake.
White Snake?
White
Yeah.
Snake.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, who's been the greatest inspiration of your life?
Wow. I think at different points of it because I've lost people along the way, but definitely where I sit here at 46, my stepdad, Craig McCarty, who raised me, who I didn't see eye to eye with, but see a lot of, just the qualities that instilled that I practice to this day. So between him and my grandfather, Bob Pritchard, who passed away when I was 21, the two male, were big. I come from a family of a lot of females, so when the men, it's one thing that I encourage people out there too is when I lost my dad and my grandpa and whatever, you lose some sort of accountability as a man, and when you need to find some of that, and it's okay because you can search for it. It's okay to ask for it. It took me a long time to realize that, too long. So if I could stop somebody from having to go 15, 20 years to realize that's what it is, could save a lot of
I
problems.
love that.
Now, you look like a guy into fine dining, so where's your favorite place to eat when you're hanging around the Detroit metro area?
Fleming's.
Oh, yum.
Fleming's
Steakhouse.
That's Big Boogie's fault.
Yeah.
He loves that place.
Yeah,
But
good stuff. Good stuff.
That's the first thing to come to my mind.
All right.
All right, you have a lot of them, but your biggest professional accomplishment?
Besides teaching Ziggy comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still working at that with him. He's getting funnier. I'll keep working on that.
Okay, good.
People ask me what, bigger moment, I say it because if you look at the game, March 26, 97, with everything, and I go into it in my bit, explain everything about it, but it's because of losing the year before, setting the record, losing them in the finals, what happened to Draper. But the whole thing with the March 26, 97 is the greatest game ever played. 9 fights, 11 goals, but the millennia of it, and I don't say this because was chosen as the star of the game because I got the revenge and then I scored the overtime winner. It's the proverbial at the end of it all. It was that proverbial sigh of relief over the world of Red Wing Nation worldwide that we didn't know what it meant, but it was going to be okay. Right. Everybody just felt that when your dad or your mom gives you a hug and you know it's going to be okay. In hindsight now, we know it, but without that game, was the most special point in my career, or just because what it meant and what it meant to represent and to do it for me. To do it for everybody that wanted to, man, women, and child, animal, dog, horse, who knows.
Oh, yeah.
They all wanted to get that
right.
guy.
Hey, should we take a look at your bookcase? Fiction or nonfiction?
You know what? It used to be all fiction. Now it's all nonfiction.
Do you like to read like autobiographies and things?
Yeah, really. Yeah, I really do. And there's some, and I'm into weird, not weird shit, but I'm into very spiritual stuff, and I'm into, I'm the type that I believe that you go into here and you take the good, you leave the bad, you go to here, you take the good, and whether you're talking religion, whether you're talking spirituality, whether you're talking connection, that's all you need to do, because that's how you build. And I try to leave the negative out. It comes, but I like to read about the real more now today. Yeah. I guess because, when I realized that back through when I was alcoholism and addiction and stuff like that, it's the escapism.
Yeah, right.
So why wouldn't you read escape, right? Where now when you want to be a part of society and you want to be help people and whatever, then you got to read reality and see movies.
Yes, Joanne, right now, Dee's heavily engrossed in Meghan Markle, I did it my way. He can't put it down.
She apparently did.
He can't put it down, Stephen.
I love it.
Yeah,
so how's he doing so far, by the way?
Yeah, how's he answering the questions? Good?
I think he's hitting it out of the park, or rather putting it in the net.
Right.
But I wanted to hit it out of the park.
Dee, can I say one thing?
Oh, please.
Just when Drapes was injured, and this is the kind of guy Dee is, he was in the hospital, and Darren said one thing to Drapes. He said, I'll take care of it.
Oh.
Isn't that true?
Yeah, that's the only thing that was ever said about, through anything with the team, through any teammate, anything. The only thing that was ever said is when we're pulling out of the hospital, excuse me, mouth wired shut, got the pliers. I asked him 2 questions. First question, or I said 2 things. First thing I said is, don't worry, I'll take care of this. Second thing is, where do you want to go to eat? He's Andiamo's, and he sat and ate gnocchi for 3 hours.
Wow.
Right. Perfect.
Favorite vacation spot?
I live there now, Clearwater, Florida.
Yeah.
Play golf every
Clearwater
day?
Beach, yeah. As much as I can.
Are you good? What's your handicap?
I like an 8.
They're good.
I'm
great.
good enough to enjoy.
Yes.
My game is where I don't take it seriously and still enjoy it.
Yeah.
You don't
That's
mind
where it needs
I
to
can
stay,
shoot
right?
mid 70s and low 80s, and I'm happy.
And you don't mind mosquitoes the size of pucks?
I knock on.
They're afraid.
Yeah,
of
there's
them.
no
Are
wood
you
around
kidding?
here.
Yeah.
No,
There's a lot of stainless steel and glass.
You know what? And where I'm at, it's not bad.
All right.
So I can tolerate that. And at this time of year, when you were just nicely saying 32, 34, high of 50, my wife was complaining it was 91 yesterday.
Yeah, right.
All right, this question always gets people here, and we're going to have to modify it slightly. If your current profession didn't work out, what would you be doing? We're going to
Let's
have
talk
to
hockey.
exclude 2, hockey and comedy. So if neither one worked out, what would you be doing? Because this comedy thing might not work out.
I'd probably be, yeah. I mean, what would I be doing? What would I want to be doing?
But you wanted to play hockey from the time you were a little boy. That was your whole life's goal.
Or was there something else? I mean, obviously you got a curious
would
nature.
Be
You've done
sport,
music.
would be doing like, would be sports anchoring or
like play-by-play or something like that.
Something like that, or color or doing this.
Being
which
on TV or radio?
You know what?
Anytime you want to do this with us, you show up.
See, the one thing is that I always try to do is dibble dabble in different things and try different things to see if I like it. And it's all for me. It's and you guys understand this. It's all what am I willing to put my time into, because if I'm going to do something, I'm going to be good. I'm going to want to be good at it. It's just the way I'm going to want to succeed. So I try to test things out, and then if I'm not going to go full bore with it, I'll just put it and leave it where it is.
Right. I'm off in a couple of weeks. She's looking for a partner.
Come on in.
If we can work if I'm back in town. If I'm not in Florida golfing.
You can broadcast from down there. Yeah. Describe the perfect day with your family. You've got, you mentioned 6 kids.
6 kids.
Well, they'd have to be all in the same place.
Yeah.
But just, something where, and they're at an age where, you can have a conversation. But just, I think a nice family meal to see everybody you see in the movie, you see them all sitting around the table. Now, I've yet to have them all 6 in the same place at once.
Wow.
But that'll be a goal. Down in Florida on the beach.
Oh, for sure. You're kidding. They'd love that.
Final question. Darren
I think
McCarty,
we know what it is.
Do you have a hidden talent?
Yeah.
He laughs.
Do I have a hidden talent?
I think it's this comedy. It's not hidden anymore.
Yeah. It's out here in the open.
Do I have a hidden talent?
We may have to
I think
phone
every
a friend.
talent I have is out.
Now, wait a second. Ziggy's been with you on the road for how long now?
Yeah.
You have to.
About 9 months.
About 9
Okay.
months, so.
Yeah, I think we should keep that talent hidden.
We can't tell.
All right.
Wait, because yeah, exactly. Now you guys are trying to get me in trouble. You want to crack me out the hidden talent when you've been trying to censor me the whole time.
He crushes
I got
on
a
Jeopardy.
lot of hidden talent.
He crushes on Jeopardy.
Jeopardy,
Yeah.
Are
Great
you
Lakes,
really?
he runs the table.
Are you great at Jeopardy?
I'm phenomenal.
Yeah.
See, I'm much better
crushes.
at Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. John, I picked that up.
I
That
can't
you were a
get
Wheel
the
of Fortune
spin right.
person.
I can always go bankrupt. I can get the questions, but I can't get the spin. I'm always
He
out.
can't get the thing, the answers, the questions, the answer. He always screws it up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too funny. All right.
I don't do the question, but he always technicality because I don't do it in the question for him.
Well, you gotta
if
do
I
the
blurt it
question
out,
for him.
You gotta
because,
do the question.
but here's where he gets me.
That's just 'cause he
it'll
feels-
be a question, and I'll
Right.
blurt out the answer, and then he'll go, no,
No.
what was, and he'll take credit
Of
for it,
course,
and he'll get credit.
because you
Let's
make
do
him feel
one.
dumb.
Okay.
Let's do one.
Okay.
Can we do one?
Go ahead.
Sure. Okay.
Category's Great Lakes.
Okay.
The answer is this Great Lake thinks it's better than the other 4 Great Lakes.
What is Lake Superior?
He screwed it up. He said
I
Superior.
got it. I was right.
I was going Erie. You're right. So I'm not
He
good
told
at
you I
Jeopardy.
run the. He said,
great.
like, I had, if I could have buzzed, see, I was screwed myself because I buzzed in before he finished the question.
He
You're not allowed to do
So,
He did.
because I was like the most.
So that was for
egotistical.
100. So give me the C note right now.
All right. Well, this has been a true pleasure.
Yes, it has been, you
Ziggy,
guys.
thank you so much for being here to help
Thank
out.
you.
Yeah.
See,
My
that's
pleasure.
why. See, that's what happens.
All right, so Sunday night, Waterford.
Yes.
Perfect.
One night
One night
stands.
stand at 6 o'clock. It's a
p.m.
great
Okay.
club. Seats 314,000 square feet. We're gonna rock it.
And you're performing for like an hour, right? You do kind of
I,
stand up
I
where
can
you're
do
up.
as long as people listen.
My
One
gosh,
person,
awesome.
and usually like that one time he was passed out, but there was one guy left in the crowd, so I sat there for like an hour and I just talked to him. I didn't know he was passed
killed him.
out.
He killed him.
He killed him.
Okay,
I
well,
killed him.
family friendly or no? I know your mouth. Family friendly or no?
Well, it is
She said that like a mother.
I did.
family
I have
friendly on a
15-year-old.
Sunday at a comedy club.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I mean, no, I'm
So
asking
don't
you
bring the
at a
kids.
comedy. I mean,
Well, you got a lot of fans who are young
I mean,
hockey players. No
see,
kids.
but
Okay.
wait for the fundraisers. We're doing.
Okay.
Go to East Point High School on Saturday. We're doing an East Point fundraiser.
I didn't know. Well, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Family friendly then. It
Yeah.
better be or you're going to be kicked out of high school.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh well.
Won't be the first. Won't be the first time.
Wait, I stopped. That's my hidden talent. Stop getting kicked out of places.
hey, Joanne, I just noticed that we've been on the
We
air.
gotta go get it.
We gotta
Yeah,
go
I
back
know.
to
We
work.
gotta
Yeah, you
finish
guys go
the
to work.
radio show, okay? Bye, you
All right.
guys.
Thank you
so much.
Darren
Appreciate it.
Thank
McCarty.
you.
Ziggy
Thank you.
Sack, we
Always a pleasure.
appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank
Darren.
you so much. Bye-bye.
Oh, Joanne, it was so
Look,
great.
he's already on doing
already
his
out of here.
Oh yeah, no,
we're out of here.
comedians.
Get me out of here.
Bye.